of the ways that the state pared down its witness list was to, we did not anticipate that there would be an objection to such a thing as, we know that this was this person's apartment. The responding officer saying this was this person's apartment. Yesterday, we garnered a hearsay objection to that information. Right. Many of the witnesses that we had taken out are, for instance, people who've collected shell casings from scenes. Okay. A few weeks back, I believe that there was an objection, or there was a concern voiced that we will object to the NIBIN results if there's not a chain of custody shown. We had more than 28 shootings that had shell casings collected on scene. Okay. If there's that objection, we have to have people to talk to.
Okay, so that's based on chain of custody. I was trying to figure out why the crime scene text would be now needed based on yesterday's objections, but it's not yesterday's, it's the chain of custody objections.
Correct.
Okay.
Bro.
Correct.
All right.
And I believe that the question was posed whether there were people that we weren't intending to call, and I wanted to include those people that we were adding back in.
Okay. And then the second set is to establish who lives certain places.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
All right. Well, is there
A yes also could be Antonio Sumlin. Good job, Tony.
any defense movement on either of those issues, either chain of custody if every crime scene check does not testify?
He is on there. That's Obama. And he got a wiretap. A1 salute. They had a wiretap on home too, I think.
Or who lives where? If not, I guess we've got 28 additional witnesses.
Huh?
Okay, we have 28 additional witnesses.
28 additional witnesses.
Referring to someone as them.
Someone's what?
As them. I know that we have a AS that we haven't been using. That person's name, is that who we're talking about with the back issue? Or
No. That's
Thorpe.
who is it? Miss Love Thorpe.
Yes, that's what we announced yesterday.
Remember yesterday at the?
That
Okay,
boy
so
ain't
that's
got no
who they're
damn
playing
back
first?
issue.
I guess.
Okay.
That boy ain't had no back issue when that boy was on TV all them times. Yo, what kind of back issue make you not come to court? Put a brace on and walk with the cane. That's cat. Matter of fact. Wait, man, tell that nigga to Skype.
And regarding the witness who is the other one.
AS. Yes. What do we know anything new about? Is that who you meant?
No.
Okay. A different other one.
Different other one.
Okay.
The one with the medical issues.
Okay.
I believe Mr. Shive is here. We're trying to discern what their current status is. I don't know that, and I have had no opportunity to speak to his doctors. That I believe is.
Lady, could you stop telling us about the witnesses that aren't ready? And can we just get all of the ones out the way that are ready? Because if you had a case right, you could skip the people that's hurting with your case. All right, let me tell you something, right? All right. Yeah, you don't want to skip certain processes, right? But if you got a process that involves a million steps, it's a lot of things that you could say, well, yo, if we leave these two steps out, technically I still feel comfortable going forward. So the state got a case. Just because two witnesses is under the weather right now, so if they both died, you don't got no case. So what you doing?
Very important based on just the conversation that I've had with.
Sure. I doubt if his doctors are going to tell you anything without a court order.
That's what that's what we believe too. So
Mr. Shive, however, could tell you if he wanted to, or if his client is okay with that.
there was.
DA called me last night when I was 50 miles from here. But what I'd like to do is I have a preliminary hearing, deal with that, go to the.
I do not trust this guy. I do not trust this guy, bro. Yo, like, a 0-60 baseball coach or something. Like, yo, like the worst, like yo's team is losing the worst in the MLB this year. And yo out there arguing with umpires and bro, sit down, bro. Yo got the Kmart suit on today. Yesterday he had Sears. Kmart and Sears is closed, just so you know. Yo still rocking though.
A hospital, you can have an investigator or somebody else be right there when the doctor's there, and with my client's okay, they can get whatever information they want.
That is exactly
That would
would be
work, I
perfect.
believe.
And yep, that would be perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
What? What'd he say? Hold on, bro. I got y'all. Hold up.
Well, if his client is okay with that.
There was
Situation is, DA called me last night when I was 50 miles from here. But what I'd like to do is I have a preliminary hearing, deal with that, go to the hospital. You can have an investigator or somebody else be right there when the doctor's there, and with my client's okay, they can get whatever information they want.
that is exactly
That would work.
What?
Do is I have a preliminary hearing, deal with that, go to the hospital. You can have an investigator or somebody else be right there when the doctor's there, and with my client's okay, they can get whatever information they want.
That is exactly
Yo. Hold up, though. Look at Rod looking at him, though. Rod ain't jacking it. Look at Rod. Look, Rod ain't jacking it. Rod on his heels. Yeah.
That would
be
work, I
perfect.
believe.
And yep, that would be perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
So, Mr. Scheib, will you alert somebody from the state team once you're finished with your preliminary hearing?
As
Okay.
soon as I finish, I'll come down.
Oh, okay,
If the
great.
investigator wants to go with me, that's good.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Moon Chunk testimony derailed everybody. I think the derailing started before Moon Chunk, and it just, you feel me? By then, he just was the icing. I think the derailing starts before Woody. Something fishy started happening with the witnesses when they got round Rich Homie Quan and his father and Thorpe, and they didn't pull up. Remember that jump? Yo, they jumped a nice bit of people right there. Ever since then, they case been off, y'all. Ever since they did that, like I'm talking about, like they did a jump, and I always was like, "Oh, bro, that was a nice bit of people they just skipped over. Nice little about 6 to 8 people they skipped to get to Woody, and Thorpe was one of them. Like put it like this, yo, Thorpe was been supposed to come through according to the list. He was been supposed to come through. So you could, if your case was built off of, you know, in a linear fashion, whereas though you bring this person, then that person allows you to bring this person, and you feel me? If you skip that many people in this situation, you definitely altered your plan.
All right, so the crime scene investigators and officers that you're needing to add back in for chain of custody, can you try to just limit their testimony?
Oh, it will be.
All right. Keep in mind, some of the witnesses from the Donovan Thomas situation that was supposed to testify that was deemed to be like professionals, that got a lot of the Donovan Thomas evidence got thrown out, which threw out the need for certain witnesses. That threw them off. Yes, sir. Yeah. But it's other people that got left out that I think they was banking on. Now, I don't think they had leverage over these people to force them. Real rap. Because that situation with Rich Homie Quan and his father, the way I asked him, he was making it like, I ain't want to pry into, how they carrying it. But to be honest, he ain't make it like he was under no pressure to be testifying. Seriously. He ain't give that like type of like, we talked to him after they skipped him. And then I said to him, it looked like they not even gonna call you, to be honest. I don't even see why. And I meant that. Like, really, like, I mean, now that they didn't skip that whole section, if they ready to get into some of those details, I mean, it's kind of like it don't go with what the line they on right now.
Purely chain of custody, 5 minutes, they're done.
That is exactly what we
Wonderful.
intended to do. Yes, we did.
All right.
And
Yo, why is the stenographer killing them like that with that gray and cranberry like that? She literally matching her hair and glasses again, bro. Like, how is she doing this? The state has proven that they got convictions on previous charges and that these dudes are in a gang. But since they didn't do these crimes in a pattern or in furtherance of a gang, they're just regular dudes who legally are a part of a gang who commit crimes, not a gang that commits crimes in furtherance, which makes it criminal. So they're not a criminal gang. God damn. What the fuck? God. Damn.
All right. And I received the brief from Ms. Abbasi and from you, Ms. Love, on.
Nah, Bert. Technically, no. We're going to go with the semantics of wordplay, how they say it. So technically, they are a gang, a legal gang, not a criminal gang. A legal gang with guys inside of it who have committed crimes and been found guilty. Not a gang that's criminal that commits crime to make a gain in furtherance and has a structure. You get it? It's a difference. That's crazy. And I'm using their terms.
The overt, I think, I can't remember because I haven't looked at it yet, but a brief from each of you, which
We got a gang that'll beef about bitches. That ain't furtherance.
All right.
Respectfully. Hold on. Women. So beefing about women is not furtherance of a gang? Ooh, state dropped the ball. They could have said that was in furtherance. Yup, state dropped the ball. I could say that you beefing about the girl was your ego, and since you in the gang, yeah, she dropped the ball, y'all. She dropped the ball. It's too late. It's too late for her, y'all. She was supposed to say, man, look, right, they was sliding about the chick, but in reality, the chick, it was the ego from, them being gang members, and you got two opposition gang members, and the chick got in between. That's how it turned into the gang beef. See, she ain't explained, you feel me? So now I'm going to go as a defense attorney and just press him and say, yo, this was all domestic, bull. These boys, she had that snappy, nappy dugout. These boys was used to getting their thing. Yeah, they like that waterfall, right? So look, both of them was going back and forth at it. They really ain't had too many options. Look at them. You feel me? All three of the people in the love triangle, yeah, they funny looking. So look, right? All of them really ain't got too many options. So they all like linked together. That's how it should be, right? So look, boom. Once the two dudes find out that Shorty ain't gonna pick them, she having her way with both of them. She tough. They couldn't do nothing to her. She had knocked one of them out, right? So instead of going to her and say, yo, why you cheating on me? They go beef with the other dude. And here we go. Right?
The juror that was running late is not here yet, but close. So,
And Your Honor, if the court
Yes.
permit me to step out just to inquire about my witness and his ETA as well. And I would also,
oh, and you had asked if the Mr. Zachary can be called out of turn or in the middle of testimony, and that's fine. I mean, however it needs to work.
thank you.
Okay.
This microphone, though it's showing red that we're supposed to be off, I believe that it is amplifying and broadcasting. I don't think that we would be able to have a conversation that's not broadcast. I don't know why though it's off as red, it's live.
Yeah, that thing hot as hell.
Yes, it is.
Is that
yo, first off,
If you turn it to green, does it turn
yo, they
off?
audio
No.
team
It's
is
hard to
terrible.
forget.
So a new set of sound issues. Great.
Can we, is it possible to have IT come and,
Well, Miss Pursfield's reaching out to them now.
thank you.
Yo, I can tell her how to
Yeah, you know.
unplug the wire.
Is there any other matter from the defense that we
Yo, somebody
need to
send a
take up
message through.
before, obviously, the juror gets here? We have to wait for the juror to get here.
Yo,
but
listen, yo.
anything
It's
that-
one cable going in the back of that mic, right? All they got to do is unplug it. Just unplug it, bro. Literally, like a light, like a lamp. Unplug it.
In the meantime.
And on behalf of Mr. Williams.
Okay. Anybody else? Nope. Okay. Well, we'll
Literally, y'all.
just recess in place until we
Oh, my
have
God.
the witness and the jury.
It can't shock you or nothing, bro.
Sure.
It can't even shock you. Man. Damn, cameraman crazy this morning. That boy had too much coffee. Yeah, they actually been on break for a nice bit too, y'all. Because we skipped it. We was behind a little bit. Take the batteries out. All of them don't. All right, look. It looked like some of them is actually powered. That's the wild part. Some of them look like they hardline and some of them look wireless. The wireless look like it take battery. The regular one don't look like, the permanent ones don't look like they take batteries, y'all. They look like they powered by XLR power. XLR power is power that come through the mic cable. Yeah, they definitely bluffing though, y'all. This audio problem in Atlanta is like a a conflict of interest. You can't have an audio problem in Atlanta. It's actually funny. But yeah, that's an easy fix. You literally unplug it, bro. Stall tactic. All this money they spending and can't get a decent PA system. The funny thing about it is, yo, high-end electronics, y'all. Yo, how many churches you went in that had mic problems? Who went into church and the pastor mic was broke? On any given Sunday, has anyone seen Thug can fix this problem, y'all? Real rap. If he been in the studio this long, technically, if you real hungry about rap, you technically wind up learning stuff about the studio from being around the engineers and producers, because it's your problem too. So it's a lot of people that be around me. Technically, they do know how to do certain shit. You feel me? Like, yeah. Like, after a minute, because I'm going to tell you, I ain't coming every time to fix it. I used to be the dude that you got called to fix it. Like, literally, I had, like, too many people that would call, yo, I need you to pull up, bro. There's something. I pull up, man, and it's a dumbass problem. Yo, all you had to do was restart the computer. What are you doing? Bro, you called me over. Man, you geeking. Geeking, bro. Talking about the computer don't work. I don't know what's going on. It just ain't right. Bro. Bro. He ain't helping him? Yeah. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. If I was locked up, I would have had to, because the problem would have annoyed me. It would have annoyed me too much. Come on, bro. Y'all, I was letting y'all slide. Yo, y'all team is trash. It would have been eating me up. I wouldn't have been able to just be quiet. I wouldn't have been able to. I'd have told Brian, yo, go over there and pull that cord out. Straight like that. Hey, yo, go over there. Look, it's a cord. It's called an XLR cable, cuz. Look right. It look like it's surged, but it ain't. Just yank that bitch up out of there. You can push the button on it. It got like a little button on it, right? Just push that button and pull that bitch. Straight like that. Yo, it's no way to mess up new audio equipment. Like, how did it get broke? It don't break. Bro, they got vintage mics that's from like goddamn the 50s, 60s and shit, man. Like, it don't break unless you break it. Yeah, what is going on in there? Salute to everybody in here. Good morning. Hopefully we get some witnesses today and we get in the groove. Yesterday, I liked the pace they had with the witnesses. I like multiple witnesses in the same day, especially if they're going to be those dry ass witnesses. Let's knock them down. Straight up. Let's knock them down. Yeah, it's crumbling like Berlin walls. Yup. Yup. Salute. Salute to everybody in here. If you're new, subscribe to the channel. Type something. Let us know where you're from. For real. Let us know your predictions for the day or the trial. Just generally while we waiting, y'all. Shoot some stuff in the chat. What y'all think going on right now? Let's hope Brown don't question. Hell yeah. You right. Or Holmes. I ain't gonna lie. I ain't really jacking pencil nose either. His confidence up. His tone not bad, y'all. His tone not bad. It's his confidence. His tone ain't bad. He ain't earned no respect, so we want to clown him, right? Because he look easy to clown. He ain't got no, like, he got to earn his respect with some drag. He ain't got the drag. You feel me? Like, if we seen him go